The Album Review Club, brought to you by Straight Loud Entertainment. Live on Instagram at Straight Loud Entertainment. Or you can catch up on YouTube on Straight Loud Entertainment.
You turn love into a cow, my nigga. What's going on? What's going on, man?
What up with you?
Nothing much, man. Just trying, trying to say blackface strong. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Tariffs is going up. I appreciate it though. See, unlike most people out there, I actually like higher prices because I wasn't gonna buy most of that shit anyway.
Whatever.
What about you?
Pre-warning
Hold on. What about you, black man? How you doing, man?
whatever the boss not
Here we
free.
go, man. Here we go. We were gonna start this off real smooth, real gentle, like.
This is for educational purposes only.
It's for all my Negroes. All right, man. Yo, bring them boys in here, bro. Stop playing.
They got Nigeria. Oh, 40.
What up with you? Bam, switch it up. Hey, what's up, guys?
What up with you?
Not much. Also, I'm not. Hold on. Let me jump back out because for some reason your screen ain't showing up. I'm right back.
Niggas don't need to see me.
That was a perfect opportunity to drop a John Cena bar, but you know what I'm saying. It's been a while since you've been around me. I understand.
There we go.
You don't lost your edge.
Why you ain't do it yourself? You got the opportunity.
He was talking to you. Let's go. Hey, man, what's going on? 4-0.
A lot, aka me trying to figure out my actual opinion on the album.
Hey, man, here's the deal. You can never go wrong with just agreeing with Fullo. You know what I'm saying? Ask everybody. Fullo's never really wrong. Even when he is wrong, he ain't gonna admit to it.
I will say this might be like the first podcast we do where I'm not gonna have a definite like grade until after I hear everyone else's like opinions on the album. Be like, all right, well, maybe I missed something here. Maybe there was something because like it's gonna be interesting. I'm excited to hear what y'all have to say about it.
You know, it's funny for you that you say that.
Shout out.
Because I'm excited to hear what you have to say about it.
There's a spoiler.
Okay. Wait, hold on. Let's stop for a second, man. Let's give a round of applause. Nice and a round of applause. For look at Cheddar and Woo coming through with the fresh twist, man. Look at y'all boys, man. Okay, niggas out here looking like a goddamn. Nigga coming through looking like an actual predator. I mean, hold on, my bad, guys. A predator from like the series, not like not like a R. Kelly, like a predator. I guess R. Kelly is a predator. I mean, hey man, R. Kelly might put up numbers in the movies. In the predator movies, R. Kelly might have been crazy.
We're gonna pass the compliment back to you and 40. Y'all both got the curls up there dripping.
There you go. Stop playing with me, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna perm my shit. You keep me from perming my shit, bro.
But
let's get into it, man. Stop playing.
This week,
let's get into it.
Before we get started, you already know. Folks to whatever.
Drink some, smoke some. I'm gonna keep it all PG. Wait. Is it boba or is it matcha?
Boba. But
okay, so wait. Would we have a problem? Would we have a problem if 40 just starts showing up with matcha? Like, boom. We don't know which one to side with. Like, we don't know who's right.
The matcha versus boba Armageddon of 1994.
All right, man. How you boys doing tonight, man? You know what I'm saying? It's always nice to tap in with you. Tell Fu what's going on.
That just sounds weird.
All right, man. You know what? You always got to turn everything weird, man. All right?
Hey, shout out to the man with the blue shirt for the Blue Lips out.
Hey.
Represent.
Boy, you should have seen what I almost put on to come through here. You should have seen what I almost put on, bro.
Get the Morpheus glasses so you can be a full schoolboy.
Almost had to hit that 6.5 drive down to LA. Do this shit live. Do this shit live. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man. But go ahead, man. Let's go ahead and get started because this is you know what I'm saying. Once again, Fullo's back at it again with another gem. Go ahead, Will. What's the numbers?
All right. And this gym comes with Blue Lips by Schoolboy.
Factual.
It was dropped March of 2024.
Yes, it was.
It was it's Schoolboy Q's sixth album.
Yeah, wow. Go ahead.
Debuting and capping off at number 13 on the top 200.
Whoa, let's keep going, man. You about to take us to church.
And it sold
Let's
34K.
go.
So 34K first week.
Damn.
Boom. Boom. The real ones
Oh,
know what it is, man. We all good with this. What were the singles? You gotta give us the singles.
I think it was like, what's that joint called? Yearn. I forgot right there. Yeah, Yearn 101.
Thank God for me.
Yarn.
I
Weirdly
was gonna
enough,
say,
he dropped a bunch of videos, but I guess they're not like literally considered singles, so it's kind of weird, but whatever.
Yeah, because he
We're
dropped
going.
the Back in Love as a video, but it wasn't really.
He dropped a video for like 5 or 6 songs, but technically, I guess according to the label, it's not a single. So
yeah, I think Urine is
whatever.
technically
Yeah,
the only like single
Yeah,
song, but
according to Wikipedia, the experts up there.
Okay.
they are experts.
But yeah, I mean, shoot, hey, Fullo, this your album. Go ahead and do what you do.
All right, man, hold on. Is this thing working? All right, hear me out, man. So first of all, this is Schoolboy Quincy, you know, from TDE Stand Up, the collective of Absol, J Rock, Kendrick Lamar, and of course Quincy.
oh,
Um,
Kendrick
Right,
ain't TDE anymore, is
ain't
he?
part of it no more.
You are
Yeah.
forever part of TDE, even if you're not part of the label. See, you guys didn't listen to GNX like you were supposed to, where he did a whole love song to TDE's origins. We'll come back to that later. Anyway, but no, so either way, I've been listening to Schoolboy Q since college, obviously, like most people. So like Oxymoron dropped like a goddamn earthquake, shook up a whole lot of shit for me. Cause at that point in time, I was like secure in my belief, where I was just like, nah, man, Kendrick's the best rapper I'm listening to right now. Then Oxymoron dropped, and I was like, this album is like fucking tough. And I feel like if Kendrick Lamar didn't exist, Schoolboy Q would be my favorite rapper. And then he had, a couple of albums since then, but then Blue Lips popped up last year, kind of unexpected. I think I heard about Blue Lips about a month before it dropped. And it's weird. For the first month and a half, 2 months of this album being out, I did not know how I felt about it. I was just like, I don't know. This is not what I was expecting from him. I don't know. Some of these songs ain't hitting, blah, blah. And it is truly one in my adult life, probably the only album that grew on me to the level that it's grew on, where it's just like at first I was very unsure about this album, and then as time has gone on, this is one of my favorite albums of all time, like one of my favorite albums of all fucking time. But we can get into that when we get to the highlights. We can get into that when we get to the lowlights, and obviously y'all know food's temperament typically level, so it's not like I'm gonna crash out if you guys disagree with me. Why would I do that? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, I hope not. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But who knows? I can't predict the
Man,
future.
bro,
Let's get into it, big dog.
we gonna keep the peace. So who you passing it to?
You know what? I'm respect 40's wishes because he's a man of honor, right? I'm not gonna let him go first. We're gonna go Woo, then Boo, then Cheddar, back to Woo, and then back to 40.
No.
Let's fucking go, big dog.
Yeah, I've been I've been listening to Schoolboy Q since Oxymoron and all that stuff. So I got his last few albums.
Hoover
And
Crip.
I mean, I've heard this album. It was already on my phone, and the same way about one of those statements that Fullo said, I feel the same about. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna do one of his. I ain't gonna surprise for you, but hey,
I
might be
wouldn't want to
surprised. You
spoil
might
the
be surprised.
surprise for you.
Yeah, been listening to Schoolboy Q for a good little minute. And usually on his albums, I feel the same way about all of them. Yeah, once again, I ain't gonna spoil it for you just yet. But yeah, I feel the same way that I feel about the other ones. That I feel about
We're starting
hey,
off wrong. We're starting off
hey,
wrong. Oh, we are currently at DEF CON Full level 1.
all right, so
All
who
right.
this is going to
This
Cheddar? All right,
is going
Cheddar.
to Cheddar.
Uh, so what? Like my experience with Schoolboy Q. Um, what was it? Collard greens. Uh, that's probably the extent of my Schoolboy Q
Whoa,
knowledge.
that part with
Mm.
Kanye.
Oh yeah, that part. Yeah, that part too. Yeah, those are probably the only two songs that
40,
I know
you
of
ruined it
Schoolboy
for
Q like
us. We
that.
were gonna sneak this one later. We're gonna bring up that part later. He gonna be like, "Oh, I guess I have listened to Schoolboy Q."
True. Yeah.
All right, man. Sorry, everybody. No, go ahead.
But yeah, probably just about that. Um, I don't think I have a single other Schoolboy Q song on my other than if he's on like a remix or something that Kendrick had or something like that. Maybe I don't know. Yeah, because I really didn't mess with the Black Hippie crew, whatever the hell they called themselves back in the day when they first came out. Like I was just kind of they flew under the radar for me. I know y'all back on the Kendrick Lamar album the albums that we've done. I've always said back then too. Like I didn't really care too much for Kendrick like that. So like the whole label,
But I say yeah,
like
Oh, yeah.
because Cheddar's the same person who was just like, "This Kendrick Lamar fellow is pretty talented. I've never listened to a whole album from him before." It's like, but this is pretty good. All right,
yeah,
cool. In that
but
case,
yeah. 40.
last
What's your
Cheddar, you good. We're gonna go ahead and pass it off to 40. 40. What have you known, been through, whatever with Schoolboy Q?
Around full DEF CON 2 already. You
No. We're
started to
still.
charge up, man.
Wait.
You're getting up
We're
to
still at one.
man.
We're still at
oh
one.
in studio?
But
Studio's the other song that I heard that I like of
Okay.
his.
are you
Man of
sure?
the Year in Studio.
Mm.
Wait, 40, you gotta stop drinking, man. You gotta say something. You gotta use your mouth.
Yeah.
Pause.
All right. But I'll go ahead and so I'm kind of like in the realm of like I've known about Schoolboy, but I'm not
Dang
like
that with you. I was
you,
hoping you were
Jay.
gonna say I've known Schoolboy Q for a long time.
No. It's just one of those things where like, oh yeah, I couldn't go that route because to like China's point of view, I looked at like my like songs by Schoolboy Q, and it was that part in Collard Greens. Like that was the extent. Which I follow Kendrick religiously, so it's like it's kind of crazy that like Schoolboy, who I do enjoy when he's featured or like exists, just like Absol. I really do. I like J Rock. But no, it's Schoolboy is. I've never picked up an album from him. I don't know why. I don't know if it's like one of those like just situations where you're just like he might just, I don't think he was ever like someone that really made me want to go and be like, I want to check out an album from him. But that's kind of the extent. So I've always known as he existed.
Yeah.
Could pick him out of a lineup. But it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know. In terms of like when you see like when you see like TDE, some people just know the names, but like I could be like, oh, there's Schoolboy right there. There's Kendrick, people lose their luster. Anyways, but I'm gonna go and pass it back off. That's about as much as Schoolboy knowledge as I have.
All right. I guess it's on me for highlights. Before I get into highlights, what I will say is this. So it's not this collective. It's not unusual for people to like one and not like the rest of them. I know people who like Absol who don't fuck with the rest of TDE. I know people who like I know people who religiously to this day will defend J Rock and be like, well, J Rock would have taken off if it had given him more time. So because they're a collective, but their subject matter and their content of rap is vastly different.
Yeah.
Kendrick's kind of conscious. Schoolboy Q's obviously a fucking crip. J Rock is just a hood nigga. Like he's his first song that he blew up was "The Hood Gonna Love It." Like he's just a hood nigga, and then Absol is like one of the most gifted lyricists of this generation, and that is including Kendrick Lamar. So
Mm.
it's like they're all vastly different. So it's okay if like someone's just like, "Hey, I follow Kendrick, but I normally listen to Schoolboy." Makes perfect sense to me. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get on the highlights. You boys sit back, take a seat, because it's gonna be a little bit. I'm about to pull a Kofi and be like, "It's so long." I'm like, whatever. It's like, shoot. Okay, so Funny Guy. I love Funny Guy as an intro because it feels like a goddamn war. It feels like a war chant for like a hood nigga. Like it's just like bring the hoes, bring the dope, bring the money bags in it. You just have like this chanting voice going in the back the whole fucking time. I fucked with it. Thank God for Me, highlight of the album. Blues Slides, Yearn, which had to grow on me because I really didn't like Yearn when I heard it for like the first 6 months, and then I was just like, he's doing his fucking thing on the goddamn song. Like as far as rapping, he's doing his fucking thing on the song. Movie. Movie is so fucking good to me because AZ Chike, who has had a blow up year in the past year, that verse that was my verse of the year last year. Like I love how he slid on the fucking beat. I love how everything that AZ Chike and West Coast rap is about. It was all on that fucking song. Fucking amazing. Cootie,
Quick question.
what's going on?
AZ,
Yeah, bitch. I'm
AZ
sorry,
Chike.
my bad. I was quoting the song.
You
Go ahead.
said
What?
is he supposed to be like a old school like West Coast legend type of thing, or is he like a newer guy?
Who? Chike?
Yeah.
Chike? Chike's relatively new.
Okay.
Like I'll put like this. Chike kind of came up after Schoolboy Q,
Okay.
Kendrick Lamar, all this other stuff. Because he blew up off of him and like Drake Hill the Ruler. R.I.P. Drake Hill. He blew up off of Drake Hill the Ruler and then beefing for a little bit, and then Drake Hill Ruler, unfortunately met an early demise from being stabbed in the back stage of a concert. And so from then on, it was kind of weird. On a meta level, it's like both of them couldn't exist at one time. And so once Drake Hill like died, Chike has like progressively gotten better and gotten more exposure. He was on Kendrick's album last year. He was on
Yeah.
Schoolboy Q's album last year, and he just got signed like a month ago this year. So shout out to Chike. Then it goes Nunu. Nunu, one of my favorite songs of all time. Back in Love, Lost Times with the production from fucking Uncle Al the Alchemist. Don't even get me fucking started. And then Germany 86. And even though I don't like Pig Feet for the most part, I appreciate the Childish Major shout, the Childish Major feature. Yeah, man, it's a good portion of this album are the highlights. But if I had to narrow it down to three, I know that's what Wu wants me to do, it'd be Movie, Nunu, and Lost Times. All right, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to Wu. Go ahead, do your thing.
All right. If y'all want to see all the good stuff about this, just rewind what that nigga said and listen to it again. Because mine ain't so long. All
Hey,
right.
hey, we know that though. You know what I'm saying? We already know. Ain't no pause necessary. You know what I'm saying? We know what's going on. Go ahead, do your
I think
thing.
one thing that he highlights in is that he gives you a little taste of everything, so you get a little bit of rock here and there. You get some rap, you get some oldies, you get some samples, you get all types of crazy stuff up there when it comes to the production. But once again, if you want to hear the good things about this, just listen to whatever that nigga said. Because to leave it at my three, because this nigga love three songs. Um,
You said three songs or three? Never mind. Go ahead, do your thing.
Thank God for Me, Movie, and Ohio.
I'ma stack this
But
dope like Ohio. All right, I got you.
yeah, once again, if you like Schoolboy Q and all his music, you'll listen to what that nigga said. But I'm
Okay.
passing.
Yeah, let's go ahead and pass it to Kofi. And everybody keep in mind. Everybody keep in mind. We'll listen to J Cole. Go ahead, Cheddar.
uh yeah, let's see. I'll keep it shortish. Urine was dope. I like that one. Blue Slides, I like Blue Slides a lot. Smile was dope. I did appreciate Smile.
Wow. Interesting.
Mm, my beef with, well, I'll get into that when I get into my
That's
low
low
lights, I
life.
guess.
He was ready to back out. Go turn around and it was like, guess what? I'm packing. I'm packing already.
Yeah, that's my beef is whoa.
This man was about to do a
Oh,
heel turn in WWE status.
Germany 86 is another one that I think I liked a lot, actually. I'll put that one up there.
Mm.
Um, yeah, so I'll put those top three. Blue Slides, or top four, I guess. Blue Slides, Yearn, Smile, and Germany 86.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not mad about
But
that, man. All right,
about
40. We
you,
can come back.
40?
We can come back to you at the end if you want.
No. It's
Hey,
cool. It's my likes are like
what?
the ones that stand out are only like two of them. You're in 101. It's like an impressive track. Like it's impressive in terms of like how hard Schoolboy goes on it, kind of thing. Like you can kind of like that's one of those where you should like look at the lyrics just to make sure you're following along with what Schoolboy's saying because it is pretty good. Like it's a good example of like what Schoolboy really is like. He gets overshadowed. I think a lot of TDE gets overshadowed by Kendrick in general. But like
Strongly
as you
disagree.
said, what?
Strongly disagree. But
No,
continue. Do you think?
I'm saying from like the mass audience, like the people who like myself, right? Where I forget sometimes because I'm like, oh yeah, because there's a lot. I don't know. It's how my brain works. But anyways, that's a whole nother. We'll go and get into that some other time. I did like Smile. And that's just because Smile sticks out outside of the album
That's
because
so interesting that you guys like Smile. Okay,
Yeah.
fine, bet.
it's
Huh?
upbeat. It's just this random
Yeah.
upbeat, and then you kind of go like, oh, because you have like the first 17 songs are kind of like very like nitty gritty. Like it's very like
From projection
like you're kind
standpoint,
of like wading through mud a little bit. Like it's very like
yeah,
slower. Like you gotta like really feel it.
I agree.
Whereas
I
then
agree with
Smile comes in,
that.
it's just like, hey guys, we're good. Like it's like he finally pulled himself out the mud, and he's just like, okay guys, and it's kind of cool. I want to put Lost Times with an asterisk because I really like the beginning of Lost Times. Like that really when it first starts off, and then the beat changes, and then it bums me out because I was
Flag,
super
Nah,
excited.
flag. Hold
I'm
on,
That's
hold
ready to
on,
only
go
hold
in.
on.
If you
on
need
my
to
note.
put
On my
this up, I'm
note.
ready to
So
go in.
here's the. I wanted. I wasn't gonna throw my flag yet.
No, no,
You
no,
know what
no.
I'm
There's no
saying?
need to be a flag. I will end it right there, and you can go and jump in because it'll be right to you.
Hold on, can I throw a flag first?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I'm throwing. Can I throw a Looney Tune on you?
I was
Oh
about to
fuck,
say that looked
yo,
familiar.
Hey,
That did look
shout
familiar.
out to Cheddar.
nigga, dope the balloon.
But yeah,
What the
I
fuck?
want I want to give a slight
That's one of the
appreciation.
wait. That's one of the coins from Pirates of the Caribbean. Nah, go ahead, go ahead.
I want to give appreciation to the visuals. They was pretty dope.
Oh,
I didn't watch the visuals.
fire. Okay, respect, respect.
Like,
Yeah, I still to this day I do not. Okay, so if you guys ever go back and go watch the Lost Times video, the entire video is archival footage from like Warner Brothers, which is like I don't understand how they got a Crip from LA was able to get the rights to like all this old ass like Warner Brothers. Like I'm talking like Bugs Bunny, Porky Pig, all of them are in the video, and it's just like
That's
it's
tight.
their no, it's their footage. It's not like he like took the characters and did something with them. It's just all footage from Warner Brothers, and I'm just like I do not understand how that shit happened, but no,
Is it because he changed the colors? Like, does that bypass the
you
laws?
know that don't mean a goddamn
It
thing.
might.
No, no, no. Especially with
It
like
might be just
really,
enough.
Like that is clearly Porky the Pig.
Yeah, but
Like,
it
I'm
might
gonna be like,
it
what?
might be just enough.
wait. We got to get Kofi and his cheddar bombs on it so he can like investigate the legal reports and how everything broke it out. All right, if we're on the low lights.
Wait. I do have a quick cheddar bomb for you though.
Uh
Apparently, one of the additional producers of what song was that? Thank God for me was Foo.
I'm sure we will get this later. Anyway,
who
but
also did Lost Times as well.
I'm sure we will get this
you,
later. Because there's Full Low who goes by Foo, but Foo didn't produce.
I know,
oh
but
no,
it's unless
slow
he
it up in
did. I don't
there.
know. Maybe he did.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, we keep on the up, but no. So low lights for me is actually pretty simple
That,
because
that was so stupid. Chat.
low lights for me is pretty simple because I'm a huge fan of Rico Nasty. It just
Really?
didn't work. Yes, I'm a
Ah,
poppin' ass bitch. Let me remind you. We'll come back to this later.
look, man.
Anyway,
Okay, go ahead.
but no. So it's just like I thought pop it when I saw the track list and I saw Rico Nasty with Schoolboy Q, I was like, this makes perfect fucking sense. And then I heard the fucking beat and I was like, this is gas. This is ass. It's not going to compliment her well. And for it to be the second song in the album is not going to work out. I
Ooh,
wanted more from Lovebirds. Like I really thought I like the skeleton
oh,
of Lovebirds, but I think the execution was poor. What's up?
may I? This is not actually a flag. Apparently, those those cartoons were so old that it became public domain. That's
All right,
that's
all
the
right, cool. We're good to
assumption.
go then. In that case, Warner Brothers gonna be mad as shit. It's like, shoot.
Start
Then
drunk.
after that, Foe or Fox or whatever the fuck you call it with Absol, Schoolboy is amazing. Absol is amazing. I just didn't like the song. Can't really describe why I didn't like the song. Did not like the song. First is also a low light. I don't have a lot of reasoning behind that. Smile's not a low light for me. I just didn't particularly enjoy Smile. That's why I was kind of surprised to hear you guys did. But like, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, that's what the album review club is about. It's differing opinions. The overall thing, what I'll say about this album, those are just the tracks. But if I had to give a low light for the album, is it took. I don't know if it was my ears. I don't know if it was the music. I don't know what it was, but it took a while for this album to grow on me, and I can't pinpoint why. If I had to like guess, I would say two things. One, it wasn't the album that I was expecting from him. So when I first heard it for the first couple of months, I was like, this is not after Crash Talk, this is not what I wanted to hear Schoolboy Q sound like. I thought he was gonna go back to like Oxymoron Q. And then the second thing is that I have to say is it. I guess I went as I listened to the album more and more. What I started to realize is that it wasn't about the rapping and it wasn't about the production. It was really about putting them together. Like there are songs up here where you guys know I love fucking bars. I'm a hip hop head. There are songs up here where it's just like I love the song. He's not really saying that much. Like Chike's just talking his shit on movie, but I love movie. There's no picture he's fucking painting. There's no fucking narrative. He's just talking his goddamn shit. Blue Slides is there's actually a deeper story behind Blue Slides, but it's like it took a while for it to grow on me. I was just like, he's not doing the typical Schoolboy Q shit. He's just saying shit. Same thing with Ohio. Same thing with Nunu. Nunu is one of my favorite songs on this album. And like, I'm being real with you, there's not a message behind the song, at least not to me. Like I hear it, but it's just like a huge message behind the song. And now I start to appreciate, well, no, it's putting it together and making this shit fucking happen. And like, I really fuck with it, man. Like I fuck with how it all came together and how it had to grow on me. Because like typically if I hear a bad album, I'll bounce the fuck out. If I hear a bad album, if that shit don't grow on me in a week, nigga, I'm out. This shit, like I listened to it for about 2 weeks. I was like, I don't like this shit. Came back like a month later, I was like, I don't like this shit. But I kept listening to it, and I was like, eventually got to the point where I am now, where it's just like, again, one of my favorite fucking hip hop albums, like of all time. This is my shit. But nah, man. But go ahead.
Yeah, I'm agree with you. See, I told you I'm gonna surprise you. I'm gonna agree with you. I listened to it when it first came out, first 2 weeks. I ain't like that shit. And I came back to it a month later, and I ain't like that shit. I listened to it this week, and it's still really don't
You
care for
tripping?
that.
You
Really don't
tripping?
care for that.
See, wait, Justin. Since you're monitoring the full of levels, we're at 3 right now. 5 is a crash out.
Man,
I realized I brought too much chaos to the
Boom.
album review club. I need to implement a system. It's like we are currently at a 3.
So I'm gonna see if I can get you to either 6 or 7 by the time I pass it in the chat. All right.
You probably don't want to. It's just
So,
like,
I don't care how majority of the songs got multiple beats on them. Like,
facts. I gotta admit, facts.
that was
A
the
lot
biggest
of
thing
beat
for me
switches. A lot of beat switches.
because
Okay.
it makes the album feel so long, and it's only like what, an hour. It makes it feel so long because you going back and forth to like different beats, and then you got 2 beats, and then you got an
Yep.
instrumental, and then you got a
Yep.
like, and then it can turn like the song will be fire, but then the beat switches and it turns in the mid, and you're like, come on now. We was in there. We
All
had
right,
this.
40. I'm gonna let this one go. I'm about to do my flag. I'm gonna let it go. All right,
I'm for real.
that he saved at the end.
Like one song, half of it was like the first half and the end half was the same. And it's like in the middle it was just some random
Yeah,
shit, and that was like
yeah.
it makes it feel sporadic and unorganized.
Yeah.
Low key gives me anxiety because it's like, what the hell? Like, it's just... So yeah. Also,
Wait, is that what anxiety feels like to you? It's just like, you turned to Tony Yayo in 2004?
yeah.
All right, but go
But yeah,
ahead.
also I feel like the features overshadowed him on majority of the songs he was on. So
Ooh.
for my three, I
Oh,
chose
flag. Absolute flag. Wait. Unless you're including the vocalists. Are you including the singers, or are you just saying the rappers overshadow him? Because that's cap.
if Schoolboy Q is on a song with anybody else up, they're probably gonna have the hotter version,
He
or they're
fucking
gonna
tripping.
sound better on the
He
song.
fucking tripping, y'all, because most of the fucking features on this bitch were goddamn
Bro,
choruses. It's just like, shoot. So talk. You know what? You know
hey,
what? Wait. We're at a 4. I'm gonna let it go. Go ahead, do your thing, big dog.
that's why Movies was probably my favorite song up here. You know why? Because
The AZ?
Tyke,
it was all
no.
happy.
No. Let's be clear. Tyke has the best verse on this album. I'm not even going like that's. There's no illusions for me. Tyke has the best verse on this album.
Wait, does that mean you're also saying like Rico Nasty and Absol and Freddie Gibbs?
Better. I said better.
See, once again, he's trying to get me to a 5, but that's enough to get me to a 4.
You put Schoolboy Q on a Rico Nasty song, and she average on the song. And it's not even Q, Schoolboy Q's flow. Like, what, why are you even up here? Why is it on your album, Poppy?
Yeah, I do not understand how Pop made it on the cutting board.
But,
I don't understand how Pop made it on the cutting board. I hate that fucking song.
and with that, I feel like he could have had like 2 decent albums if he just made full songs out of those little snippets, and then
Okay.
could have.
That's reasonable. I thought you were about to do a whole bunch of unreasonable hating and
Yeah.
shit. That's reasonable. That's
So,
that's a reasonable like low light. I understand.
so Fox Cooties, and I didn't like Smile. I'm sorry.
Wait, you
But
didn't
Wait, is
like
it Fox
Cooties?
or Foe? I thought it was Foux is Foe.
Faux Fox,
man,
it's all good.
Okay.
we from the South, bro. We don't pronounce nothing right.
All
One,
right,
two,
man. You finished or you done?
Yeah,
All right. In that case,
three.
we're gonna pass it off to
yeah.
Jetta.
Yeah, I agree with the songs changing up.
Beat
For
switches.
me. That was actually my main dislike of it. 'Cause I remember listening to Ohio, and I was like, "Oh, I guess Freddie Gibbs isn't on this song." And then the beat switched up again, so I was like, "Oh!" And all of a sudden, I was like, like it switched up like 3 times, and I was like, "Oh, I guess Freddie Gibbs is not on this song." And I looked, and I was like, "I'm gonna look this song again."
Hold on.
No, no.
And so, wait. As someone who has listened to this album multiple times, every time I get to Ohio, I'm always just like, "Is Freddie Gibbs on the song?" I'm just like, but I know he's on this song.
Yeah.
It's just like,
And like lost times, I love the beginning at the very beginning, like just like 40 said. I love the very beginning of Lost Times. I thought we were about to go in, and all of a sudden the beat changes up, and I was like, ah.
okay, but hold on. But shut up. Lost Times, he does a whole verse on the regular beat.
It don't matter. It switches like we got by the
Fair,
time in the
fair,
by the time
fair,
in the
fair.
song 10, we basically at song 20.
Okay, first of all,
I remember,
we're not gonna
yeah,
do this. What we're not gonna do, what we're not going to do, Woo, is act like this. There are a whole bunch of long ass songs of this. The average length of these songs is like 3 minutes.
I,
Maybe 3.
but
It's like
wait,
maybe three
but
minutes.
halfway through, I forgot what song it was. It might be Nunu. That junk kind of puts you to sleep,
Oh,
and then it's like a hype song right after.
wait. And I love that fact. When Nunu's like, dope boy pulling out in that. I felt like I was falling in slow motion. I felt like I was Shaq in 2008.
yeah, it's
Like,
probably
I felt
Nunu.
like I was gone.
I will
But nah,
say,
go ahead.
as someone who also like is new to this album, what Wu is saying is making a lot of sense because every time I like listen through this album, I would stop at Foe to check how far I've been in this album and realize I'm only halfway there and go like, oh god, like we still got more. And it was
Nah,
really
we
fucked up because
really
I don't
don't,
dislike
man.
it.
Wait. Typically, I don't disagree with the low lights. Y'all niggas, it sound like hate, niggas. But, wait. Cheddar don't sound like hate. But when you say the beat switches made the song feel long, I have the opposite opinion. I was like the beat switches because it's like what I liked about certain beats, they were gone too fast, so it didn't make the song feel long. It made the song feel short to me.
Hmm.
That's why, like, while
But
I was listening to this
but
album, hold
if
on,
you
while I
put
was
two,
listening to this album, hold on, while I was listening to this album this week, there were certain songs I thought were longer. I thought Thank God for Me was like 4 minutes. Thank God for Me is not even three
but
minutes. So I was just like, what the fuck?
if you put two mid beats together, and
Oh
that
no,
just makes
no, go ahead,
that
Cheddar. No,
turns
he's
into a
tripping.
5 minute song.
Cheddar, go ahead, Cheddar, go ahead. He's tripping. Because we're not gonna act like the production on this album's ass. We're not, especially not with Uncle Al. We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this. All right.
We only
Wait,
Uncle Al only
wait,
has
wait,
one
wait,
song.
wait, 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 wait.
He
Now
on
we're
one
at five.
song.
Now we're at five. Especially with a fuck
Bruh.
nigga like you listening to a goddamn J. Cole.
He,
You want to talk about mid producers? You want to
bruh,
talk about the reason why he's not appreciating his
Wait,
cause
bruh,
he
wait, wait.
produced
bruh,
most of his
bruh,
own
We
shit?
don't
bruh.
need a hard.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
No,
whoa,
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 no,
whoa,
whoa.
no,
whoa. You
no,
wanted
no,
five. You
no,
wanted
no.
five. Five here now.
I got
You wanted
receipts.
five
I
here
got
now. All right.
receipts.
You ain't
I
gonna
got
come to me about no goddamn
receipts.
production, and you just paid U.S. currency during a
Looney
goddamn recession
Tunes.
to
Looney
go listen to
Tunes.
J. Cole. I ain't trying to hear none of this
Hey, I'm
shit.
trying to throw
Go.
Looney Tunes on this. Cheddar. Hey,
That's his only. That's the most
oh,
valuable thing he got in
oh,
goddamn
hey,
Dreamville because it
hey,
wasn't
hey,
a
Hey,
performance
yeah, yeah.
album.
Shout out to Brandon for surviving Greenville, by the way. a little
Exactly.
callback.
You know what? You know what? Let me give him a break. Let me give him a break. That was his Vietnam. This
bruh,
nigga paid money to see J. Cole.
bruh,
What worse fate could there be?
bruh.
What worse fate could there be?
There's so much to address. The first thing
That's
is
like
the Alchemist.
that's like
The
somebody
Alchemist
paying
is
money
on
to go to the
one
Holocaust museum.
song.
Yeah.
The Alchemist is one song. And remember when Ti came through, he said Pharrell, Manny
So
Fresh, all
so
the
we're gonna
music was
act
trash.
like Cardo
He
on
said
the beat.
production on that was trash.
Hold on. We're gonna act like Cardo on the beat
He
can't
said some
produce.
legends was trash. Also, not only that, speaking of Manny Fresh, saw him at Dreamville because he performed with Lil Wayne and the Hot Boys.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Hey, you guys want to know
Oh
something?
my
You
god!
want to know why
Oh my
Dreamville
god!
was a
Hey,
festival? Because J. Cole couldn't
man,
carry
hey,
this shit every year on his own.
hey,
That's why.
you know,
Let me bring
you know,
Missy
hey,
Elliott. Let me
hey,
bring Erica Badu. Let me bring all this fan service because God knows ain't nobody going to pay
hey,
to hear my music.
hey, I
Ain't
saw,
nobody going to pay to hear my music every year.
I saw
Oh,
Tim.
wait.
I saw Tim.
Hold on.
I
Because
saw
I don't,
Glow.
wait.
I
I
saw
don't want to be
Glow.
disrespectful to Cheddar.
I saw 21 Savage.
Look, I'm mad that every artist you
I
said is
saw
better than J. Cole.
Luda.
Every artist that you've mentioned so far is what
Hey,
made
hey,
Dreamville Dreamville.
I went. It was
Just like
crazy.
this,
It was
except for J. Cole.
crazy.
Stop the
Hey,
nonsense.
I saw Ab Soul, but no one knew who he was. They called him AP Soul.
Some
Wait.
AB Soul,
I
really?
saw Ab Soul.
Oh, oh,
Hey,
that
I
breaks my
saw
heart.
Young Philly. I'm sorry.
Wait.
I saw Big X the Plug. My fault.
AB
Wait,
Soul.
you know what? We're gonna bring it back down. Hey, let's bring the level back down. Try to go ahead. However, let's be clear. On my review, once I drop my score, we're spinning the fucking block on Woo. You think I'm doing this shit? We're coming right back around. Bitch, you better roll up your windows. You better lock the doors.
Hey,
But go ahead, Chad.
would
It's
you
gonna be the
rather?
same song, but there will be a beach switch.
That's a 10 out of 10. But go ahead, Chad. Okay. But nah, I hear what you're saying. Go ahead, Chad. Cook.
um, let's see. Other than that, I feel like what kind of what Justin said. Like, not that the production is terrible on these songs, but a lot of the production on these songs are like heavy or muddy
Yeah,
or something.
yeah,
Like it's
yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't even call it like horrorcore rap, but like it's got that same kind of feel to me where it's like that heavy production on it.
You know,
But like,
100% right. And since you don't listen to Schoolboy Q, that's not even a shot. That's what a lot of his music sounds like that.
yeah,
You like Studio off of Oxymoron. That's probably the most normal beat on Oxymoron.
that
Everything
sounds about
else is
right.
very like it borders on like grunge rap sometimes.
Yeah.
So you're right. You're right.
Um. Now I guess people like Rico Nasty, but I'm not a big fan of Rico Nasty, man.
Hey, yo,
But
leave it
but
hard.
part of my beef was though because like at first I thought it was Flo Milli, so I got excited, and then I realized it wasn't Flo Milli, and I was disappointed. So that's the extent of that.
Wait. First of all, shout out to Cheddar for knowing who Flo
Oh,
Milli is. That's one.
no, I love
Wait,
Flo Milli.
that's one. That's one. But also, this hate train for Rico
It's
is. I'm done
not
with
hate
that.
for
I
Rico.
forget
It's
every
just
time. Wait, if you're new to the album review club, if you're just
Hey,
joining us,
if you put
Cheddar
Rico,
has a random beef with random
hey, if you
celebrities.
put,
Every so often, we'll mention a random celebrity, and Cheddar will be like, "Man, fuck David Wayne." He's like, "Oh,
hey,
hey, yo, what happened?"
if
It's
you
just like,
if you
so I
put
guess we're gonna add Rico Nasty to
if
that list.
no.
you put Rico Nasty on like a Lil Jon beat, that John will go hard though.
It's not that I hate. Don't. It's not that I hate Rico Nasty.
Hmm.
It's just like I was expecting Flo Milli, and then it wasn't Flo Milli, so it's just like
But
it's a
why?
disappointment.
There was no false advertisement. It was literally her name on the track.
Because I heard the voice, and for a minute, the voice sounded like Flo Milli to me, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
that's like me paying to go to the Dreamville and then being surprised that J. Cole performs. It's like, bitch, you were gonna hear terrible music. That was part of the deal.
It was part of the ticket.
Part of the deal. Come
But
on now. But
Sometimes dreams are nightmares.
those are pretty much my three low lights though, for the most part. So 40, I'm gonna go ahead and pass it to you.
nah, Cheddar, that's a pretty good like low lights. But I'm sorry we crashed out on J. Cole, but fuck J. Cole. Go ahead for it.
I'm a so this is I will say that this is kind of one of those problems that exist where when you hear an album and it just is outside of the field that you're really comfortable with, so you're just not really grasping what to like or what to dislike. So my dislike list isn't really like even a dislike list. It's just more like I heard the songs and just weren't sticking for me. It just wasn't like I was really like vibing with them. And so like Lost Times was one of those where and I'm just gonna go and reiterate the change in the beat because they give you a little like tickle of what something might be and you start to vibe with it and then he like pulls the rug out from under you, which is not a bad thing. It's just the problem is I started vibing with that one beat really like hard and I was like waiting for him to like do something kind of crazy and then he's like, no, we back to the gut. I'm like, oh, come on. Oh man.
And what's
I
so
just
crazy?
cleaned my
What's so
shoes, so I got all
crazy?
the mud back on.
What's so crazy is that was from Uncle Al. So, oh my God, oh man, full of crash out,
Hey,
full of crash
I'm
out.
gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna let y'all know. If this was real life, and I'm about to spin the block on Steven, this is why I give you like you and Cheddar the text and be like, don't go to Steven's house today. Stay at home.
Stay home, watch some anime. No, don't do it.
Exactly. Yo, find something else to do, man. I heard new season coming. It's like, shoot. But go ahead, 40.
Yeah, so like I think Back in Love, and I think it was because of my misconception. And I'm not saying that it's actually a bad song. I'm just saying that like I was looking for videos, like official videos, so I thought that was a single, and I'm like, you really put that as a single? Having heard now, I'm gonna take that off the list and just say that like I think this album's weird because it doesn't really like nothing sticks out terribly except like Bo stuck out. I don't dislike the song, but I also wasn't impressed with it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of those things where it's like, and I think I didn't like Pig Feet. I thought like the first time I heard it, I thought maybe, and then the second time I heard it, I was like, I'm not really as much interested as I thought I would be. But this might be just like a 2 weeks, gotta wait, put it back in the oven, let it cook for a little bit longer, and then like kind of retaste it when my taste buds change. Maybe I gotta go and do a palate cleanser. And then
Say taste again. Say taste again.
taste.
Hey,
Yo, okay.
hey, move on to
Go
something.
ahead. Go ahead, 40.
Yeah,
Let me turn my lights down.
but yeah,
Don't waste
that's
your time for it.
yeah, but I think
All
that's
right, man. All right.
I think
We
that's
ready
good,
for
man.
final
Pass it on.
scores? We ready for grades? We ready for reviews? That's what the people came here for, bro. Look, okay, let's go ahead and be real. First of all right, hold on. What the fuck's gonna happen on my shit? I'm gonna go ahead and give this bitch like an A. Yeah, easy A. Easy A. The only
But
thing for me that keeps it
say
from
this
being
is
an
the
A
hottest
plus.
shit
No,
ever.
don't
I know
wait.
you
Woo,
say
don't
this is
worry.
the hottest shit ever.
Woo, don't
Don't say
worry.
this is
I'm
the hottest
coming
shit ever.
back for
Say, hey,
you. Wait,
come
wait.
on,
I'm
bro,
coming back for you.
man.
I would give this A. The only thing that keeps it from being an A plus is exactly what you guys mentioned. Even though I appreciate the album to a high degree, I do think there's too many beat changes. There's too many. Two. Um, I think that some of the songs up here, like Pop being up here, typically I wouldn't weigh this heavy for one song on one album. But Pop was just a major misstep because I don't really understand A, how it was so bad, and B, how it made the album. If it was just a fucking song that had came out and around the same time as the album, but it didn't make the album, fine. But like the fact that this is, and they put it out early, and I was like, they put out it's number two. I was like, this shit is ass, bro. Like, what the fuck? Um, and there's just certain minor inconsistencies, but I will agree. Like the beat switches. There are certain songs I want to hear more of. I want to hear more of Movie. It's fine. It's perfect the way it is. I want to hear more of that fucking beat. I want to hear more of the original beat on Ohio. I thought that beat switch was a downgrade. the first beat they had on Ohio was better than the second beat they changed to.
Yeah.
Same thing with fucking Lost Times. Like all so that's what keeps it from being an A plus. But it's still an A for me because as a piece of art, especially in this fucking era right now, where once again I listen to a lot of goddamn hip hop, a lot of hip hop projects. It's not a lot of thought put into these fucking projects. It's no shade. I ain't calling no names. It's not a lot of thought to put in these projects. It's hey, what can we get streamed the most? Hey, what can we get the fuck out here the most? So it's like a lot of artists are not making the music they want to make. They're making what they think would be popular. And for him to like, especially if even you don't consider him like an A-list celebrity, which I would agree, he's not an A-list celebrity. For him to have he's signed to a major label. He has the money to go get the fucking Alchemist and get fucking Gil Scott Heron as a fucking credited writer on the shit. He has the money because the label's behind him. For him to be like, no, I'm gonna make what the fuck I want to make. That's why I fuck with TDE. It was the same thing when Kendrick was part of TDE. Same thing with Ab Soul, even though I don't listen to his fucking music. Same thing with goddamn Isaiah Rashad. Same thing with Schoolboy Q, where it's just like they're making the music that they want to make. And so if you don't like it, that's fine. If you like Kendrick, but you don't like anybody else from TDE, that makes sense. They're making music that's authentic to them. And so when I sat with this album for a couple months, man, I was just like, yo, this is one of my favorite fucking hip hop projects of easily the past, like since 2000, easily since 2000, and probably all time. So I already mentioned why it's not A+. And I'm gonna go ahead and let this Dreamville fuck boy, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and give his guy. Go ahead, do your thing, baby. Go ahead now.
Hey,
Oh wait.
Spoiler: a D for
Apparently,
Dream.
A A A A. My bad. Go ahead, do your thing.
I don't know. I'm stuck on the fence between a B- and a C+. I I'll give y'all a definite answer when we go through again and we see where the peer pressure's at. But um, a little beat switches, turning those good songs into some good old mid. And how many times it does it, I gotta go back in and think about it for a little bit.
Too many.
But because those 18 tracks, and the 18 tracks was really about 26, 27 tracks. Um, you know,
That's not what it was.
yeah, we're gonna go ahead and issue a warning for love. So that's a warning for all three of y'all when it comes to y'all albums because they are entirely too
Oh
long.
my God, we're not doing this. We're gonna talk about this in the lab. We will bring it back to the people when we're done. But this is not too
Yeah,
long. This is an hour.
man, it's an hour, but it's 18 songs. That's really like 28, 29.
Wait, it's not. I'm not doing this with you right
Hey,
now.
the old,
Wait, I'm not doing
the old phrase is
wait.
time
So
flies when you're having
so wait.
fun. So what they're saying is you had no fun.
According to Woo, we're gonna put this warning out. According to Woo, if you have a 4-minute song, but it has 2 beat
Hey,
switches, to
Same
Woo,
minutes.
if
it
it got
is
two,
7 minutes
if
long.
it got two beat
wait,
switches,
Due to inflation,
if
it's not
if it got
7
two
minutes
beat
long.
switches and a sample from somewhere old, yeah, this is too much.
Oh my God, yo, I
Music
fucking
tariff's
hate
coming out,
this.
boys. Get ready for it.
Jonah, go ahead, man.
Hey, hey,
I can't do this
wait,
shit.
hey, we getting strict on these rules over here. Y'all gonna stop cheating me
wait,
on here?
you just made this rule up. You just made this rule up.
Man, uh, but I mean,
Oh my
Schoolboy
God.
Q, he's always he always been kind of like mid to me anyway. Like he'll give me some like some hot hits, and I can rock with those. That's why I always listen to an album. 'Cause I know at least one or two songs gonna pop off of it, but the rest of it I don't. Man, so yeah,
Go ahead,
and,
go ahead, Jonah, bro.
hey, same with this one, bro. Same with this one. A couple songs, AZ Chike,
You're
we
putting
got it.
Canada to sleep. Look at him. He barely
Hey,
keep his eyes open.
at track number 10, I'm pretty sure Cheddar knocked it out.
That's a false flag because Cheddar typically goes to sleep during most of these albums.
That's fair. That's very fair. Uh, nah, yeah, I'll probably give this like a C+. I don't think there's anything from it that I'm gonna really take. I'm probably honestly gonna forget this album in the next 2 days. Like there's nothing from it that I didn't hate the listen. That's the thing. So it's like it's not that it was a bad listen at all. I didn't hate the listen. It's just I say in terms of like, because in terms of flow, he's not as interesting as like Boldy James is. Even though some of these tracks are in that same kind of feel, but
Bro,
he's not as interesting as
don't
a
hear that.
flow.
You don't hear that often. Interesting as Bodie James.
Wait. So what we're not gonna do?
Come on
Wait.
now.
Cheddar. I'm sorry that Wu keeps doing this
Come
to
on
you.
now. Hey,
And
he's talking about
that we
he's
have
talking
to
about niggas to
crash
put you to
out.
sleep.
Wait. Here's my flag. I'm sorry that we have to keep
But
doing this. This is
he's
a
talking
flag
about
not going
niggas
what
to
Cheddar
put you
said.
to sleep.
Cheddar said something very reasonable. Cheddar was like,
Man,
"Hey, you know what? On this album, the rapping is not as interesting as Bodie James. Let's be clear. Ain't no shots gonna be fired at Bodie.
Oh yeah,
Bodie
but
James,
Bodie will
the
put
best rapper out right now. We ain't gonna do no shit like that.
he will put
So
you to
Wu,
sleep
keep it in
though.
the tuck.
Bro, you keep
I know. Well, you know what?
bro, hey, it's a trend.
This is
It's a
why I'm
trend.
happy that
It's a
Dreamville's moving
trend.
locations.
It's a
This is why
trend.
I'm
I
happy
get it.
Dreamville's moving locations
Bro,
next year
I
because
get it.
too many of y'all got too bold going
Hey,
out here talking about actual rappers. No,
bro,
J. Cole is one of those like he's like a pop rapper. All right, a bad
man.
pop rapper.
Hey,
Don't y'all bring those opinions over here. All right,
I get
no.
it. Bro. I get it. You give us sleepy albums. I get
yeah.
Wait. I give y'all sleepy albums, and
I get
yet
it.
Cheddar's the one who brings all the positivity. Come
Yeah,
on now.
man, you gave us Man on the Moon, and guess what that did? Put us to sleep, boy.
That's the point. He's literally a man on
gave,
the moon. You think
gave us Bodie J. Hey,
people
what Bodie do?
see? He
Sleep,
missed. You know what? I have to give a shout out to Cheddar because Cheddar understands concept albums.
bro.
He's on the moon. He's going to die. He
Man,
can't survive.
then
That's
then
the
he try
point.
to,
The music sounds like
when he ain't put us to sleep, he try to sing us to sleep. Look at,
Wait. Let me play my Woo card. Well, let me just pull out this album that everybody loves. Let me just pull this out. Hey guys, I'm going to go out on the risk here. I'm going to suggest Little Wayne's The Carter Three. It's like, wait. I don't want to ring any bells here. We're gonna do Late Registration by Kanye West. Safe albums. Where the risk at, Woo?
man.
This ain't the Woo that I grew up with. This some newfound sick. Oh, you getting soft in your old age. My bad. Let me back off of you. Go ahead, Cheddar. Do your shit, big dog.
But yeah, so yeah, I give it like a solid C plus.
I respect it. I get
Yeah,
it.
not terrible. Didn't hate to listen, but you probably won't listen to it again. 40, what's your rating, bro?
It's, I was trying to figure out. I'm gonna actually make it a solid C, and
Okay.
it's only because to what Fulo said. The first 2 weeks, because of how this album is done, like I could definitely hear like after I gave it a couple days off of like my first initial listen, there were songs that started to stick out differently than what they originally were, right? Where
Pause.
like I would go and listen to like Yearn and be like, okay, maybe I should go and like really pay attention and start like reading it.
Cheddar, you could
or
have
what
just
have you.
turned your
Hey,
camera off. You could have just
he,
turned the
he,
camera
he
off.
he had to wipe his nose on this album.
Yo, yo, this is why I'm happy I do this with people I know. Because it's like, knowing everything I know about Cheddar, he was never going to turn the camera off. He was never going to turn the camera off.
Hey, I turned the mic off for you though.
Man, why you guys snitch for? Come on, 40, go ahead.
It's on
But
camera.
yeah,
It's being recorded. Like, what are you talking about?
but yeah, this is a C, man. Like at least as of right now, this is not a definite C. It's just it's sometimes it's like when you discover new genres of music or like subgenres, and it's just not there because you don't have the group that inspired the other group, so you don't really get it. This is one of those where it's like also,
What?
and I will say, remember how like I said, like my opinion will change on things. I don't like pop. I would have been more fine if that was on a Rico Nasty track, like on the album, like if Rico Nasty herself had that as an album,
I still
because
would.
then it wouldn't be
I
weird.
agree, but I still would hate the song.
Yeah,
It's just like shit.
yeah. But at least with that album, you would be more attuned to it. With Schoolboy,
Yeah,
I mean, I was just like Schoolboy. Yeah,
factual.
I think that's kind of the. I would love to hear like Schoolboy kind of work with someone else and just kind of produce something. But has he? Has he not? Like just like a duo album, kind of like a Method Man, Redman kind of thing.
How
Like
can I say this?
Absol.
How can I say this respectfully? That is like who? So in the early 2010s, he did a bunch of songs, damn near a mixtape with ASAP Rocky, and those went the fuck up. But like, that's not like. I'll be honest with you. At this point in both of their careers, or just this point in Schoolboy Q's career, It's like, nah, because his style is his style,
Mm.
and if you can get with it, great. If you can't, then it's just like it wouldn't make much sense.
I feel like there's someone that would be like I don't know. Schoolboy Q gives me this like feeling where he's not he's definitely
Here's
not
okay.
like
Oh wait, I'll give you something. Metro Boomin makes a bunch of like horror, essentially horror beats for 21 Savage. I'd like to hear Schoolboy on at least one or two of those goddamn Metro Boomin beats that he makes for 21 Savage. That shit would be dope. But yeah, that's like the closest thing I can give you.
what about Schoolboy and Vince?
I would have been okay if he was on
Very similar, but different enough to where I don't think they'd mix.
Got you. I feel like Vince gives me like this like a little bit more energy, but Schoolboy keeps me cemented, and I would kind of like be interested. And they kind of like I don't know. Anyway, that's a whole nother thing. Let's go and pass that off. Let's go ahead and get to the end of it.
All
I'll
right,
be
Sorry
man.
for
Hey, that's the
sorry for
album
theory
review for
crafting.
Schoolboy's Q. You know what I'm saying? Blue Lips. I'll be sliding through your whole clique.
I'm gonna set up
We're gonna go ahead and pass off. We're gonna go ahead and pass off to Woo because Woo's gonna give us probably.
a classic like always. Hey, what 40 be
Clearly.
talking about is what I supply to people. That's what I do. And of course, next week, oh yeah, I'm gonna settle on C plus because peer pressure. There was a whole bunch of C's and AZ Chike just couldn't make it up enough.
Or could he?
And then I went back. I was like, maybe I'll give it whatever I gave Zoo, and C plus it
Okay.
is. All right. So yeah, we're gonna do someone that I actually had the pleasure of seeing at Dreamville.
Missy Elliott.
Lil Wayne, Carter 3.
J. Cole.
Hey, that's a lot of albums I could choose from.
Please be Missy Elliott and not
Ludacris,
this fuck nigga J Cole.
um,
word of mouth.
hey,
Not.
that's exactly what it is right there. Shout out, you know me so well. Word of mouth by Luda.
You know what, man? You know what? Once again, he gives us like the predictable classics, but they are still classics. I can't get mad at it. I can't get mad. Word of mouth is fucking fire. It's not better than chicken and beer, but damn.
Hey, hold up, time out. This album is an hour and 19 minutes.
Yeah, yeah. Chose that just for
Wait.
y'all.
No. Don't bring it
I
up. Don't bring it
chose
up.
that
Don't bring it
just
up.
for y'all. Because y'all want to give us these long ass albums,
Nah, son.
these long song having ass
Are we
albums.
doing the
Principles.
extended edition?
I am. Shoot.
The
Who be
third
one to say
song
with me?
on Word of Mouth is 5 minutes and 10 seconds. The fourth song is 6
Yeah.
minutes long. It's just like, shoot.
I'm giving y'all the whole thing.
Hey. Pause.
Nah. This week y'all gonna take it.
Oh, wait, does
All
this
right.
have.
Well, I'm down with
Oh, okay,
that.
no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm about to head out though.
Yeah.
I'll get ready.
All right, man.
I'll be on my rollout
Hey,
kit.
hey,
Have a
blame this
great
on
night.
Fullo. Hey, next week we're gonna do a poll. Fullo gonna come either with cornrows or with an afro.
Wait. This is back when like Luda was wearing like a bunch of do rags all the time, so it might just be a do rag.
Sure, you need to do both. Half braided, half not.
I'll see you boys later. I'm out.
Deuces.